I started playing Magic in the days of 4th edition and when Ice Age was the new thing. I was quite serious and played tournaments, including the early UK Gen Con ones. Much to my regret, I remember having the opportunity to buy both the sealed collector's edition and Summer Magic Hurricane. It wasn't even called that then, just a misprint run. But being poorer and wondering what was the point of buying tournament illegal cards, I never did. Christ, I regret that now. So anything from 4th Ice Age onwards are remnants of what was a full playset. I moved from Scotland to England in the early 2000s, took my cards with me, but failed to connect with a new play group, so stopped collecting at that point. About 2012, I sold the majority of the collection on eBay, including a full set of 40 dual lands, but retained for nostalgia the best of each card. Whilst doing so, I picked up the core of a collection of earlier sets, namely Arabian, Legends, The Dark, and a bit of Shrapnel Alpha Beta. In 2016, I had a family matter which required me to be a full-time carer. While sleep deprived, on vigil, late at night, as a coping mechanism, I decided to try and complete these earlier sets. And after many, many hours on eBay and other sites, I managed it. And that's about it. Hello, my name is Hamid with We Buy Any Card, and today I have quite a special collection video for you. This weekend we managed to purchase every set from Arabian Nights up to Urza's Destiny. That's about 6 years of Magic, not barring the core sets. 18 sets in total, and extremely impressive. A lot of cards. The most complete sets we've ever bought in a single transaction, and certainly the most valuable. It's extremely unusual to see something like that being sold as a single lot. Normally you might get 1, 2, maybe 3 full sets. And the challenge of completing a set like Legends, of getting every card in Arabian Nights, monstrosities like Mirage and Alliances, which have a lot of cards in them. All of these cards in near mint condition. Some of the older ones a little bit worse, but generally everything from 4th edition onwards was pristine. I want to share some of this with you today. There's no time to go through all of it. There's simply far too much. But we'll start with Arabian Nights. Now you will see a couple of cards missing, and that's because they are graded. I put the Shahrazad here. Now he had his own order of things, and I think this might be the reverse order as we pulled them out of the binder, but you see the variations there. A lot of the cards in Arabian Nights had variations between dark and light. So you see the dark and the light. King Suleiman. Jihad. Quite a controversial card. Eye for an Eye. Camel. Army of Allah. Abu. Now this was an older gentleman who brought these to us. He gave us a lot of trust. He dropped the cards off with us because in the UK we're still in lockdown. Gave us a few days to go through it. We made him an offer. He was happy with the offer, and so that was the deal done. What we're finding with a lot of these collections that are coming to us over the last couple of months is that they're not coming from people who you would necessarily consider very well integrated into the Magic community. They're people who fell in love with the game in, 1993, 1994, and simply decided to collect without necessarily attending tournaments in their later years. He said he was a tournament player, but he sort of fell out of that circuit, but still his love of the game continued. Now this is not the nicest library. I think the library and the Jusum Jin in this lot are possibly the worst cards in the whole collection. Signed Island. City of Brass. It's a Bazaar of Baghdad. I think this signature is pretty interesting. It's quite unusual. A little bit of a binder ding there, but otherwise, pretty good card. So a lot of the collections you see come to the market in these giant lots. They're not coming from people who you see at F&M every week, or that are necessarily very well known to other Magic players. They aren't really players. They're private collectors, and they've been collecting that way, ordering from eBay, ordering from Card Market, from vendors over the years, and these collections are pretty hidden. You know, there's no way to know that they exist. They don't. You don't see them in trade binders. You don't see these people at tournaments. We're stopping at these two. And this was a gentleman hitting, I would say, probably estimate his 60s. He told us a few more things when we spoke with him, that the reason for the sale is obviously because the cards have been going up in price. Maybe some private health problems. I always find it very difficult to see the difference between these two versions. And at some point, it simply becomes time to get rid of your Magic cards. If you need money for other things, then having 30 or 40,000 pounds sitting in your loft or in your closet. So make no mistake, the cards are out there. You see them on eBay, you see them on Card Market. Now, I just want to show you a few more things. I'm not going to pick out these whole entire sets because there's just so many cards, but these cards from Antiquities are just absolutely pristine. I think this Mishra's Workshop might be the nicest one I've ever seen. I'll show you the glare on there. Beautiful card. Couple of very minor surface issues, but apart from that. Then we have some Legends cards. Obviously there was a complete set of Legends, which is an extremely impressive feat in itself. I'll just pull out the Tabernacle. Complete English Legend set. It's a little bit of a ding there at the top, unfortunately, but apart from that, the card is very good. Definitely what I'd consider a gradable copy. It's a very mean card to use. So is this. And the last cards from Legends, these sort of 4 horsemen. Black cards. I guess they're all kind of enchantments. This sort of acts as an enchantment. All extremely powerful. And the last little lot is just the alpha cards. You just don't see stacks of this many alpha cards very often. So I thought I would share it with you. And quite a lot of multiples. So many Samite healers. I don't know how that occurred. A lot of death wards. I guess that's how you built decks back in the day. There was no limits to how many cards you could have. Anyway, I just wanted to share this small video with you. I hope you enjoyed it. It's not something you see very often. We are extremely happy to be able to offer these up for sale. So if there's any card from any of these sets that you've been looking for, by all means get in touch. And also if you have a collection that you want to sell, also get in touch. Our details are below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.